Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you just discovering my channel, welcome. I know I am kind of in a different space. I'm sitting on my bed today because today I just want to talk to you guys today, So if you've been keeping up with me on YouTube or Instagram, or you watch my videos, you know that I do want to post as much as I can. I want to be consistent and I want to post often. I really want to post videos at least every a couple times a week. If that's once a week, twice a week, if I could get 3 times a week, that is amazing. And right now I do have the opportunity to do that because I am not employed at the moment, which is kind of what this video is going to be about. But if you notice, lately I have not been getting my videos out as much as I have wanted to. And that really is just because I have not been feeling my best. And when I'm not feeling my best, I don't want to just put anything out for you guys. I want to be feeling good. I want to look good. I want to be energetic, and I want to have the energy to make great content for everyone that watches and everyone that is discovering my channel. And I want it to be of quality, and I really want to put my all into it. Not that doing YouTube is not my passion, because it is, but just lately I just haven't been feeling the best. If you watch my very first video, you know that sometimes I suffer and I go through times in my life where I go through anxiety and a bit of depression, and lately that's what I have been feeling, which is why you haven't seen me as active on social media or on YouTube. And it's really something that gets triggered when I go through different changes in life. And as you know, recently I graduated from college, which is one of the biggest accomplishments of my life. Something I worked so hard to be able to do, and I'm so proud to be able to say that I am a college graduate. But sometimes with when you accomplish big things in your life, such as graduating from college, and you make such a big transition, your life can become a little, I don't want to say chaotic, but it just becomes different. It's just different. And sometimes for people that deal with anxiety and depression, big change isn't always, dealt with that well, or we don't cope with it that well. I'm the type of person that just has a plan for my life. I could tell you my 2-year plan, my 5-year plan, my 10-year plan, my 20-year plan. I have plans for my life. And of course, I've heard the saying, when you make a plan, God laughs, because he has other plans for our lives. But I had a plan that when I graduate, I'm going to come out and I'm going to get my I'm going to get my career started, and I'm going to become this big salaried, I'm not big salary, but I'm going to become a salary employee. I'm going to be able to afford my own place, and that's just what's going to happen. But that hasn't really happened yet. And it's something that I know is common. So if you're watching this and you've experienced it, I know that you understand. It's just kind of a depression that comes after you finish school, because all I know is school. School's been my whole life. I've been in school since I was in kindergarten. And it's just like, okay, what now it's time to adult. And so I've been doing a job search. I've been looking for everything under the sun. The way I kind of do it is I see where I want to be and I see what those requirements are, so then I look for jobs that, you know, meet those requirements, so I can eventually move up and become what I want to be. And it's weird because it's not really happening for me right now. I've applied for so many different positions, and it's crazy because I didn't think that it would be this hard. I've never really had an issue when getting a job. My very first job was at Starbucks, and that was like a 2 to 3 day process. My second job was at Saks and off Avenue, and that was like a 2-day process. So I've just never had that much of a problem getting a job. And so it's really hard when you feel like, you know, you're putting your all into these applications, into these cover letters. You've done the work, you went to school, you worked hard, you took all the classes, you know, you did well and you graduated, but you don't get the opportunity to show what you can do. And it's really hard because I look on Indeed, I look on all these job websites, and I'm seeing things where these are entry-level positions because you can tell by the description, but then they want you to have like 3 to 5 years of experience, 2 to 3 years of experience. And I'm like, okay, doing A, B, and C. And it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, I was in school. So, you know, not everyone works while they're in school. I was working while I was in school, but, you know, I had a car accident and things happened. And it's hard because, you know, I do put in my application anyway, even if I don't necessarily fit their how long they think you should, you know, have experience in this area. I still put in my application because, you know, who knows, they might want to give me a chance. But, you know, that hasn't really happened yet. And it's hard when you're really putting yourself out there and you're just not getting the responses back, or you're getting, you know, we're gonna go in different directions, or you're not even getting interviews. It's really hard because, you know, it kind of seems like it's a rejection. And then, you know, I try to tell myself, you know, don't look at it as a rejection. Just look at, that's not what God wanted you to do. That's not the door, you know, that's not the, you know, path you're going to take. You know, you just have to wait and see if something better comes for you. That clearly isn't for you if you didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I, you know, have been trying to tell myself. But after a while, you know, it starts to affect you. It just does. And I think that, you know, I don't feel like I'm alone in this. I know I have a lot of friends that have gone through this. And especially when, you know, I feel like I should be at a different point in my life. I do feel like for myself that I will not always be in a position where I have to work for someone. I just don't have the mindset that I'm going to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life, and that I just feel like I'm meant to be my own boss, which is part of the reason why I'm here on YouTube, because I love YouTube and I love everything about it. I love making content, and I love being able to do what I want to do and putting out what I want to put out. But, you know, right now YouTube is not paying the bills. I need to find another way to make money, and I am fortunate to have parents that are in the position to be able to support me. But, you know, as an adult, you just don't want to put that on your parents. You just don't want to, you know, you want to be independent. and you want to be able to provide for yourself and, you know, get out there and kind of figure out life for yourself. So that's where I kind of am right now. You know, I'm 22 years old, and a lot of people around my age right now, I feel like we're all kind of going through the same things, kind of in the same boat, just trying to figure out, okay, what are we gonna do with life? What path are we gonna take? When am I gonna start this career? What career do I want to do? Do I want to go back to school? Do I not? You know, I want to start a family in this amount of time, but I need this and able to do that. And it's really hard. It's really hard, and that's where sometimes depression kicks in. You know, I find myself kind of just wanting to sink into my room, kind of just wanting to hide and be on my own, because I have a fear of, what if my plan just does not go as planned? What if I never find a job? Like, what if it's years before I find anything, you know? And it's really hard. One of the things that I know that I can go back to retail, but with the injuries and things from my accident, it's really hard to just kind of stand around and be on my feet for 8 hours a day. And so that kind of right now isn't the best option for me. And it's tough when you look at like job descriptions and you're like, I know that I can do that job. I just wish that someone would kind of, my hair, jeez, would kind of like give me the chance. I know I can do this job, or if there's something I don't know, I know that I, you know, retain information very quickly. So I need maybe a week or two for you to teach it to me, and I have it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not I've learned so much in school, and I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. Not to be cocky, but it's just like I put in the work to study, and I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. I may know more than people that have, you know, 2 to 5 years of experience, you know. And sometimes I do just wish that companies would just reach out and give me a chance or give me an interview, and not just look at my resume and see like, oh, she doesn't have you know, 5 years of experience doing A, B, and C, so we're not even gonna look at her. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you might really be missing out on someone that could add value to that company. So it's just been hard, you know. I haven't been in the best of spirits, and I just sometimes don't want to come on camera when I'm not feeling my best, because I think that my energy rubs off on the people that, you know, are watching. You know, when you're watching something or you're talking to someone and they have the energy that's off, and then that energy translates. I never want anyone to feel that, but I do want to be as relatable as I can and just come on here and talk to you guys about things that I go through. Like, that's what this channel is. And I know that everyone goes through things like this in life. Like, you can't front and say that you know, you don't. Like, even if you have a job, we're not all doing what we want to do or what we feel like we can do. You know, I've met a lot of people. I know a lot of people. I have a lot of friends where we just kind of seem stuck right now in life, and we're just trying to figure out. You know, there's a lot of people that have to work a 9 to 5 that they don't love, and that isn't their passion, because they have to pay bills, you know, where they don't have help. And, you know, I feel for everyone's situation. It's really hard. You know, life is hard. Like, you know, I try to look and I'll be like, well, life isn't that bad, you know, things could be worse. But it's tough when you look and you see, like, you know, this is what I want to do, but I'm not being given the opportunities to do it, even though I've worked really hard to get the credentials to do it or to perfect, my craft. And that could be really discouraging. But to anyone that's watching this and that is going through that, I would just give the advice to never give up. Just never give up. Even if you have a 9 to 5, just to pay the bills, and you do your passion on the side until it makes you enough money to be able to do that full time. Just do it. Do it makes you happy, especially those of us that are creatives. When you have a really creative mind and you can't create every day and you can't use that part of your mind, it becomes extremely depressing when you're not able to kind of use your mind in that way and create and be artistic or design, whatever it is that you do. And for me, it's like, I love fashion. I love every part of fashion, and I just want to be able to make a difference in the world. I'm really passionate about curve and plus size, and that whole field has come such a long way, but I really do believe that we have so much further to go. And I would love to just add my knowledge and my 2 cents and the things that I know. And that's why I just keep applying, keep putting in my applications, just hoping that someone will give me a chance. Keep trying to network and praying that my time will come. And I do wonder, like, okay, maybe I do just need to put all of my time, all of my energy, while I do not have a job, into YouTube. And hopefully that this will blossom and become something that I can do full time, because I love to talk to people, I love to help people, I love to give people information, and I'm doing YouTube is one of the things that makes me genuinely happy. When I worked at other places like Starbucks and Saks, like, I had fun there. I met a lot of great people, people that are lifelong friends, my best friends, like sisters and brothers now. But doing YouTube for me is a thing that really just makes me happy. It doesn't even seem like I'm doing work. And I would love to be able to do it full time. But until then, I have to get a job. And it is really hard. And it's funny because I heard people like saying, like, when you get a degree, like, it's great to have a degree, but it's not as easy as, you may think. Like, oh, I have a degree, here it is, hire me. It's not that easy. Especially being in fashion is such a saturated field there, especially in LA. So many people want to be in the fashion industry. A lot of people want to be in the fashion industry. Everyone wants that perfect job, that dream job. So it's just going to be a little harder, and I'm realizing that now. And I have to put in 10 times more effort than I ever have before. It's just hard trying to adult. And I'm sure all you guys know that. Trying to pay bills, trying to figure out, the next few years of your life, especially if you want to settle down and have a family. Rent out here, especially in LA, if you live in LA, it's very, very expensive. You could literally try to rent an apartment in the deepest corners, neighborhoods, places in the hood, and the rent is ridiculous for like a 1-bedroom. And if you try to rent in a nicer area like Culver City or Winter Hills, Ladera, Marina, Hollywood, places like that, the rent is crazy. So it's just like, how do I live off of, you know, what employers are willing to pay without having kind of like a side hustle. And it's almost impossible to live comfortably, you know, right out of college and not have a side hustle, you know what I'm saying? So just trying to figure all of that out has been tough. It's helping me to grow up, but it has been tough in trying to balance that with just dealing with anxiety and depression. There are things that I love to do to kind of manage that. I guess it'd be a few tips I'll give you guys. One thing I love to do is I surround myself with people that understand what I'm going through and that I can talk to like on a real level, and they get it. You know, I have friends that I can text, I can call, and they're always there and I can talk to them. I have my parents, I have different outlets, whether it be my siblings or, you know, just people in my church that I can talk to, you know, my cousin. I have on the weekends I really love to be with my friends. On like Saturday we love to go out and we, you know, eat and we just do stupid stuff and we have fun together and we are craziest and our silliest, because it's just, it feels good. It feels good to be able to do that with people that, you know, care about you and are kind of going through the same things that you're going through. And you know, you don't feel judged, you don't feel like you have to be somebody you're not. It's kind of amazing, and it's just like, it just feels good to be silly and to have fun and to hang out and, you know, just not take yourself so seriously in those moments and just kind of get out the house, you know. And then another tip I will probably give is just to really make yourself be a part of everyday life. Like sometimes I like to shut myself in my room, so I have to get up and really just make myself be a part of life. Like my family, we watch Jeopardy and stuff every night and Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud and all that. So I have to make myself go up front, have dinner with everyone, and that makes me feel better ultimately. And just to be open with your family about what you're going through, and your friends. If you are the type of person that people come to with their problems but you are not okay, you have to let them know, like, I can't today, I can't listen to it today, I just can't today. Because people, you know, everyone's energy, everyone bringing their issues to you, after a while that's going to affect your mental. So just being aware of how you're feeling and your mental health, that really is so important. And just to be on top of that and to make sure that others around you are aware of how you are feeling, especially for those of us who are givers. Sometimes we give and we don't you know, feel like receiving, and we need to, you know. And yeah, so I hope you guys got something from my little rant, my little talk. I'm gonna try to make this a shorter video. I know my videos are long, but if this one turns out to be long, I promise it's worth it. My next video will be a lot more cheerful, a lot more happy, a lot more fun. If you guys want to comment anything, any ways that I can help you, or just, you know, things that you're going through, go ahead and comment down below. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Chrissy B Styles, and I will see you next time.